Hello there, my friends. Hello out there in Cathedral Land. Hello, my friends. So nice to see you all on this Wednesday. It is 6 o'clock on Wednesday, and that means it is story time with the Dean. So, hello. I hope everybody is doing fine out there as we're approaching the end of May. We'll soon be in June, and that is hard to believe, isn't it? How quickly things go. And I hope everybody is holding their own out there in the midst of our time of separation. We're slowly and hopefully safely moving around, remembering the three most important things in this time, and that is to be kind to one another, to love one another, to respect one another. And right behind those three things are the important things about staying healthy and safe and respectful of others' health and safety. And that is keep your distance, at least 6 feet, wear a mask when in public and in spaces with other people, and wash your hands. It really is as simple as that, my friends. So, last week we started reading stories from this wonderful book that I rediscovered in my library called Does God Have a Big Toe? And I reminded you last week that this is from the Midrashim tradition of Judaism, brothers and sisters who are Jewish, and the rabbinic, the rabbis, teachers' tradition of Midrashim, which is to tell stories about stories in the Bible. And they're fun and creative. And last week we read from this book, the story of partners. That is the creation story, a story about the creation story, and about our invitations to be in partnership or covenant with God in creation. Today, we're going to read a story called Adam's Animals. Adam's Animals. And it is a story about a story in the Bible. And that is the continuation of the creation story. So, tonight we begin with Adam's Animals. God made and named almost everything in the world. God made and named heaven. God made and named earth. God made and named the sun and the moon, the stars and the waters. God made and named almost everything. God even made and named the first man and woman. But man, Adam or Adam, which means red earth, because God made the first man out of the red earth. Did you know that the name Adam or Adam does mean red earth? Out of the earth, God made Adam. But God did not name the animals. God thought, I want Adam and Adam's children to protect and care for these animals. Maybe if I let Adam name the animals, he will get to know them better and take care of them. Well, when Adam heard that he could name the animals, he was happy. And he ran right over to a brown furry with teeth who was sleeping under a tree, and he yelled in its ear, I am going to name you. Well, the brown furry with teeth opened one eye, yawned, and went back to sleep. Well, very soon, Adam realized he didn't know what to name the brown furry with teeth, or for that matter, any of the other animals. Adam sat down on the sleeping brown furry with teeth to think up a plan for naming the animals. This is Adam thinking. Suddenly it came to him, I know, I will give each animal a number. That way, when I want to call an animal, I can just call its number. Adam looked down at the brown furry with teeth, lifted up its ear, and screamed, "You are number one!" Funny. The brown furry opened one eye, yawned, one eye, and went back to sleep. Adam spent the rest of that day numbering the animals. He gave numbers to the slimy swimmers with no fins, the fuzzy hoppers with twitchy noses, the squeaky flyers with colored feathers, the chirping swingers with curling tails, the speedy crawlers with tiny feet, the scaly swimmers with red eyes, and a whole bunch of gray, black, and white furries with teeth who looked like they were related to number one. In the late afternoon, somewhere between the numbering of the tiny sand diggers and the swarming wood eaters, Adam lost count. He plopped down again on the brown furry with teeth to think up a new plan for naming the animals. After a time, he decided, I will call the animals, "Hey you!" That way, when I need an animal, I only have to remember one name. The next day, Adam needed a big rock moved out of his way, and he wanted the large, gray, wrinkled up, long-nosed, big-eared, white-tusked, tree-eating stomper for the job. Wonder what that was. So he yelled out, "Hey you! Come over here and move this rock." But instead of the large, gray, wrinkled up, long-nosed, big-eared, white-tusked, tree-eating stomper, a rather small, quite noisy, banana-eating, chirping swinger hopped on top of the rock and began eating a banana. Adam was discouraged, and he returned to the brown furry with teeth to think up a new plan for naming the animals. But this time nothing came to him. Then the brown furry woke up. He shook Adam into a nearby bush. He growled a huge growl, looked Adam in the eye and said to him, "You listen to me. With all your talking, you never once thought to ask us, the animals, what would we like to be named? Why don't you try that?" Now, I don't know what they call a skinny, hairless, red earth foot walker like you, but they call me a bear. So Adam asked all the animals what they wanted to be called, and you know what? They told him. Now that is a good story about a story in the Bible. And I don't know if you go over there and ask your dog or your cat or your goldfish or your gerbil or whatever other pet you might have in your house. I don't know if you took the time to ask them what they wanted to be called, what their name was. I don't know what would happen. Try it. See what happens. But I do know this, whether it's animals or other humans, it is really good just to ask them what their name is. Because once we know people's names, then we can start to know people and other things too. So, fun story. We're going to continue to read from this book next week. Does God Have a Big Toe? And I hope that you enjoyed this story about a story in the Bible, which is Midrashim, or Midrash. All right, friends, good night. Peace to you. Sleep well. Dr. Kevin Siddons is at 7 o'clock for meditation on the Cathedral Facebook page. Take care now. Thanks so much.